Hey world, hey YouTube land. A quick review video on hookjaw. What's hookjaw? It's a shark. It's an old shark, a bit like myself, from the 1970s. When I was a kid, in the 1970s, there was a really awesome comic called Action, which all the kids loved. And it was so awesome that it got banned. That's the way it goes. Yeah, it got banned. But the memories of how awesome it was last to this day, and they've brought back one of the main characters in the comic book called Hookjaw. It was a shark. See the front cover? The gimmick on Hookjaw was that the shark, who used to graphically eat people, was the good guy protagonist of the narrative. The bad guys were the people. The people were pieces of shit, and you kind of cheered and laughed when the shark ate them. It was so subversive. It's the kind of thing that the young boys love, and so of course they had to ban it. You know, maybe the beginning of the feminisation of our society began all the way back in my childhood. But yeah, in my childhood at least, there was a small element of rebellion coming from people like Pat Mills, and Hookjaw was absolutely awesome. So it's been brought back today. Hookjaw for 2017. It says here suggested for mature readers. So is it going to be as awesome as it was in the 1970s? In short, no. The graphic scenes, the mouth scenes where you got a human being in the shark's mouth, which thrilled me so much when I was a young boy. You don't get them in this comic book. It's very, very tame, very, very watered down, and it's got social justice main protagonist, the young, independent, brave scientist girl of colour. Of course it has, right? Who's not going to get eaten by the shark because she's obviously a good person. She's one of those lefty wish fulfillment characters, which they was put in the comic books today. The main bad guy in this comic book are not Somali pirates, who you might suspect them to be. I can imagine it being quite scary having a machine gun pointed at your head. But no, they're comedy characters, the Somali pilots. The real bad guy in this comic book is the same bad guy that you always get in contemporary comic books. The straight white man. The blonder his hair, the better. He's a Navy SEAL as well, for God's sake. Navy SEALs defend your country from outsiders. Without the army defending your country, what do you think is going to happen to your country? You're not going to have a country anymore. You need an army. You need strong men. I'm sorry, but you do need the patriarchy to protect you from outsiders who will destroy your country and change everything about it. All the freedoms that you come and enjoy, leftists, will be destroyed if you haven't got people like this defending you. People like this are not the villains, they're the good guys. Okay, so he's the villain in this lefty comic book. I was reading, and I didn't get the image which I wanted. The image that I wanted, if I can show it there, it's a cover C by artist Mark Lamming. There we go, see that one there? Is somebody in the shark's mouth getting chomped. That is the image that I remember from my childhood. That is why Hookjaw was so cool. You only get it on an alternative cover. You don't get it in the actual comic itself, which is very watered down. The only graphic image that you get in the entire thing really is that at the end, and it's just sharks, and there's a hand floating around. That wouldn't be enough to thrill me back in 1978. So in 2017, you can see how graphic our culture has got with movies like Saw and all that torture porn which is pumped out by Hollywood. And competing with that, Hookjaw feels very, very watered down. And if I was a young boy reading it today, it wouldn't make any impact on me whatsoever. It just wouldn't, you know. If this was released, if this was Hookjaw in the 1970s, it wouldn't be banned. There'd be no need to ban it because it's very, very tame, and it's pushing the females as strong, independent. I don't need no man, you know, feminist wish fulfillment characters, which the left is so beholden to now, which just loves pushing in the narratives to show how virtuous they all are. So Si Spurrier, he fails. He's the writer. Si Spurrier, the writer of Hookjaw, 2017, fails because he doesn't understand the entire point of Hookjaw, which is really quite simple. Show the shark graphically eating horrible people. That's all you have to do. And if you're not doing that, then you're not doing hook jaw properly. Sorry, you're not. So my review rating out of 10, I'll probably give it something as low as, oh god, quite low, 1 or 2, because the art isn't particularly good either. Because the main character, Hookjaw, is peripheral. I can't help me say that word because the dentist tried. Peripheral character in his own narrative. You've got that social justice girl, and it's having a go at evil straight white men with blonde hair again, like all comic books seem to do nowadays. So I'll give it, yeah, a 1 or 2 out of 10. Maybe only giving it the 1 or 2 out of 10 because of that one decent front cover, which wasn't available in my comic book shop anyway. So that's it. I went my video there. Hookjaw, disappointing, but hey, what do you expect today? The lefties own the entire comic book industry, and until they're forced out through declining sales, the comic books are just going to keep on sucking, and they're going to keep on pushing their fixing groups, and they're going to just be tame and irrelevant to anything that's going on in the world today. So thanks for checking out my video. Don't obey the silly hat, even though it's a Trumpy hat, you know. Do what you want, be an individual. I'll see you later. Goodbye.